That sounds like such a bullshit director thing. I like to look straight through the camera.
Well,
you know what they really needed is Owen Wilson.
Who wrote Kylo Ren's part?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody send help. Just realized we're releasing this video late. All like the best of this year videos are out now.
Our idea of today's video was that there's been plenty of movies that maybe sometimes get left behind. People kind of forget. You know? They don't capture our imaginations like some of like the... it's not memeable. And I think a prime example of this, and one of the reasons why we decided to do this video, is there was a little movie called The Last Duel.
There is only one question that matters. Do you swear on your life that what you say is true?
We have some notes. I made some notes. I see you got some notes there.
I got a few bullet points.
So, do you know why it failed so much? I mean...
You have nothing. I do.
About... What do you got? Tell me. Rico, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Okay, you want out.
Okay.
You want out. You just don't want the door to be closed.
Our dogs decided...
You want options.
Yeah, if you don't know, The Last Duel is based on Eric Yeager's book of the same name, The Last Duel, which is just a collection of like 10 years of research on this very controversial case that actually happened. What is this?
I was gonna say, it was actually not The Last Duel. That's all I got. I figured I was gonna write more about it. It wasn't actually the last sanctioned duel, so it's more of like this like cultural folklore.
It's just a name.
It's a cultural folklore.
Yeah.
Like in France, it's like known as like the last sanctioned
Oh,
duel.
I never actually thought
but it
about
wasn't
why they
actually.
called
It wasn't actually the last duel ever sanctioned.
Oh.
Those are less important. They're not as dramatic.
Feels like one of those, you know, like, I don't know, I feel like TV. What was that movie? Oh no, it was The Last Duel where they were like, this is an archaic practice and it's still legal.
This is an outrage.
Is that you are to be burned alive.
Okay. Back to like why it didn't catch on. I think, and you can edit it however you want.
Yeah.
I think another reason why it didn't catch on is just because like think about how much people go to the movies, like to the actual theaters, and it's like maybe some people just go with their kids, so they're gonna go watch Spider-Man. Everyone's gonna go watch Spider-Man, so that's one for the month, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna go watch Dune.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna go to the theaters, we did it too. Like,
Yeah.
The Last Duel was out, and I was gonna go to the movies with my partner. We were like, yeah, it's fine, let's not go.
Just to explain just how bad it bombed, I got more figures. I got numbers in front of me. It's Ridley Scott's worst performing film in the box office in terms of profit since 1977's The Duelist. So maybe it's...
And that was his directorial debut.
Yeah, so, you know, maybe something with duels jinxes him. I don't know. Blade Runner was made with, at the time, a budget of $30 million, and it made back $41.5 million in the box office.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame because it's one of those movies that you want to have more of, right? Those movies that like people take risks on. That it's like, this isn't just another IP. This actually is an IP if you really think about it.
And then,
this is still, it's not an IP, but it is still, it's not that risky. It's not a new story. They literally just took the story from a book.
But okay, I'll continue with my facts here. So Blade Runner only made about $11.5 million, not adjusted. Failure. Another one of his movies, Legend, was made for $24.5 million, and it only made $23.5 million in the box office. So it lost about $1 million. So looking through a lot of Ridley Scott's previous films, a bad film was something that made maybe only about $10 million, or if he lost anything, maybe about $1 or $2 million. Just to put it into perspective, he has 8 movies to cross the magical $100 million domestic gross mark, and that's a 34.78% hit rate. And on average, his movies make $104.6 million adjusted. However, he does make a lot of duds, but somehow he still manages to make money of them. So when this one comes along, that it made $30.6 million with a budget of $100 million. So,
Man,
that's
I mean, he's
bad.
still getting, but he like actually, was he one of the producers? Like, he's still making money. He's still getting paid.
Sir. Indeed. Good sir.
Do you think Ridley Scott and Adam Driver are making a duo? Because I don't know when they filmed House of Gucci. I actually didn't watch it yet. But again, Ridley Scott, Adam Driver,
Yeah.
right? Coincidence?
Well, it comes in waves.
Are they gonna go for the hat trick? Are they gonna the trilogy?
Well, I think Adam Driver is an actor on the up right now, right? Like he has
but
some.
A director and producer has a lot of pull in how casting happens, so that's why I'm saying Adam Driver's in both of those. Both of his latest films.
Well, like directors do like to work with certain actors, vice versa.
Yeah,
I know you
you
well,
want to
so I
work with who
envision
you want to work with.
Exactly.
Do you think they're ever gonna make a Star Wars? Is Star Wars still happening? Are they still doing
I
their
don't know. Does
offshoot? Oh no, I guess they're going TV now.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I don't care.
Ridley Scott, Adam Driver, Star Wars Episode 10, The Kylo Ren Story.
The Kylo Ren Story. He's back. He's a ghost. He's a Force ghost. But note on that though, I hear that Ridley Scott is the type of director that likes to sit behind the camera and look through the lens, and just tells the actor, "Go."
That sounds like such a bullshit director thing. I like to look straight through the camera, straight through the. I don't know. I'm going for a what's that director that sounds like that? Herzog. He's German. I like to.
I just hear
his master classes. Storyboards
in the
a
past
duel
at
of the
least,
cowards.
Is there such thing as insanity among penguins?
He was more concerned about the smoke and in the set and the lights, and then the actors are just left there to think like, so what? How do you want me to do it? But he figures he lets them just do their thing, and I think Adam Driver is.
So what are you thinking? You really want to know? I'm thinking zombies.
Ridley Scott did say, I don't know when he said it, I don't know if he's backtracked it, but I did read that he blamed millennials for poor performance. So that's us, technically. We are fringe millennials.
Okay, he's right. He's right in the sense that he made a masterpiece. Like, I loved The Last Duel.
I do like it.
And we didn't go watch it. We did. We actually did go watch it. In theaters.
Well, I knew I didn't watch it opening night. No. It was 2 weeks after the movie was released, and I was like, hey, okay, I finally have enough time to go watch it. Yeah. It wasn't in theaters.
But millennials didn't create the predicament we're in.
No, they didn't.
They didn't create Disney. They didn't create the Marvel machine.
Yeah, okay, let me just state that I believe Ridley Scott here was just angry, and he's wrong. Like, it's clearly not millennials' fault, but it is maybe the fault of where we are as a whole in society right now. Like,
but I mean, millennials didn't exist when Blade Runner bombed.
It's true.
So just give it time. I don't think this is going to be a cult classic. Like, it was maybe easier to happen during a blockbuster age when you were forced to engage with friends a bit more, be like, let's go down to the, like when we used to go down to Blockbuster like every single weekend.
Yeah. But
right? It's different. It's a different feel.
But don't you get the feeling that if The Last Duel would have been released, say, first day on Netflix or Amazon, and it was like advertised big like that, it probably would have had a lot of views, even considering the subject matter? Like, I think when this releases in streaming platforms, it's gonna do good.
That's true. It could pop off.
I am risking my life for you.
You are risking my life so you can fight your enemy and save your pride.
Last Duel, if you don't know, stars it's a screenplay by Nicole Holofcener. I don't know.
No. She wrote 1/3 of it.
Yeah, because you also have Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
She wrote the what's it? I don't actually remember any of the characters' names because they're
Did they each write their own parts?
I think that's the point, right? It's a Rashomon tale, so they each wrote their own.
Who wrote Kylo Ren's part? Is it Ben?
Kylo Ren's? Probably Ben Affleck.
And then
my
Matt
guess.
Damon wrote his
Because
own.
Ben Affleck's character was most involved with that one. Can I just say, I think it's cool that they brought in, that they had 3 different directors for a Rashomon type tale with 3 characters.
Yeah. Which we should probably cover one day.
The Rashomon? No, sorry, Rashomon. I call it because it's like the Rashomon effect.
Yeah.
That's a weird. Do you know the origin of it?
No.
So the Rashomon effect, obviously, is like different people having different accounts of the same event, and it's based most popularly on Rashomon by Akira Kurosawa.
Released in
1950s. Okay, so there was a writer called Ryunosuke Akutagawa.
What a name.
And in 1915, he wrote a short story, called Rashomon, which was about Rashomon is just like a southern gate of a city.
Okay.
And it's just about a story that happens in that Rashomon. And then in 1922, he writes a story called In a Grove, sometimes called In a Bamboo Grove. And that's the story. In a Grove is the story that inspires Rashomon by Akira Kurosawa.
You're taking me on a journey, man.
Literally, the story of Rashomon is In a Grove.
Yeah.
But the title and the framing of the movie is based on Rashomon. And thus the movie is called Rashomon. And the Rashomon effect is always... I don't know that it's inaccurately based off of Akira Kurosawa, because it's just how we do things. But yeah, that's the history of the Rashomon effect.
We've already mentioned it, but the movie stars Matt Damon, Adam Driver, and Ben Affleck's in there, but he's not the primary character, and Jodie Comer. She's best known for being in Killing Eve, which is a BBC show.
Is that really what she's best known for?
Before. Now she's known for, at least in North America, right? Because this is the center of the universe.
Across the pond.
Across the pond, as they say. She's known for being in Free Guy. She was the...
Is that what she's known for?
That's a new one.
Yeah, and here's the other one. Here's the other one. We could talk about that a different day, but...
She's better. She's just better than both of those.
Oh, yeah, And here's the other one she's in. I found this really interesting. She was in The Rise of Skywalker, and guess who she played?
Luke Skywalker. No way. Now that's acting.
She played Rey's mom.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that scene.
I don't remember that scene. It must have been a flash. That movie's so bad.
I don't remember any of those movies.
So if you want to continue that Rashomon connection, she was in Star Wars, and now she's in this, and this is the Rashomon Effect.
Is that all she's been in? No, obviously she's been in more.
She's been in more. These are the ones I cherry picked because it made me laugh that she was Free Guy.
I hope that this is the gateway.
I picked Free Guy, or as I wrote here, Free-Goo, because I misspelled it.
Free-Goo.
I picked that because it is a very popular film. You may not like it, but it did do really good. People like it. It's not all about you. And I picked Rise of Skywalker because I found that hilarious.
That is cool. Can I just say...
She doesn't have a big... She hasn't been in a lot of movies. She's been mostly in TV, and she's been in The Killing Eve. I think has been around for 5 or 6 seasons or something. So I don't know anything about it.
Can I go on a tangent about Free Guy? The Last Duel, and The Green Knight, both flopped. The Green Knight flopped worse. The Green Knight made $18 million worldwide.
Really?
Here's the link. Okay. It's not the night part. It's the 13th, 14th century part.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
No one cares.
That's my theory.
I mean, I understand.
Nobody cares enough.
I understand why The Green Knight didn't do good. I love the movie.
Wait, why didn't it do good? I thought The Green Knight had more hype than The Last Duel.
I think the reason is because... Because it's like
it's an Arthurian tale, but literally
that does not hold your hand. It's
literally an
Arthurian tale. Watching this movie, the part with the giants in the theater. Like someone's like, "What the fuck?" Like behind me, it was just like, "WTF? What is happening?" And I was with them there. I was like, "I don't know what's happening. I'm loving it."
Yeah. And when I say literally an Arthurian tale, I just mean that back in the 14th century, they just didn't care that much about plot. I guess they were just
it's all about the message.
Giants, knights,
and if you can figure out what the message is, then congratulations.
Yeah. In whatever order. And the authors, no one even knows who wrote it. It's just like
I don't know.
You know what they really needed is Owen Wilson.
In which
both.
in The Green Knight and
The Last Duel. I mean, it's worked before.
what's that meme with the turtle?
No, what's you mean Kung Fu Panda?
No, with Owen Wilson.
I don't know.
What's
Wait.
he always say?
What movie was he in? It was Owen Wilson, right? He's a knight in some movie.
No, you're thinking of Heath Ledger in
That's who they.
in whatever night it was called. What was it?
Yeah.
Whatever. We both came up with the separate lists
Yeah.
of 3 movies each, I believe it is.
How are we editing this? Are we adding it in throughout, or just at the end?
How about we do this? How about we do...
A metaphor for nuclear weapons fights again, and then teams up with the sometimes racist, sometimes colonial, this time just a monkey, Kong. Hop in as this quintessential you and me ain't so different buddy cop duo fight the powers of unhinged science, but watch out as an unnecessary plotline attempts to distract you from what we all really came to see. I don't know what's happening, somebody send help. Godzilla vs. Kong, 4 out of 10.
Definitely a slow burn, and as such, not for everyone. And even then, you'll have to be in the right mood to watch something in this flavor. But let it sink its teeth, and you will be pulled along by the exceptional performances of all 3 leads, its beautiful cinematography, and a certain dark thread that is slowly drawn tighter and tighter. Once you venture into the power of the dog, you may find it hard to pause for any sort of snack. A solid 7 chihuahuas out of 10.
At over 5,000 years old, often forgetful, rarely dressed Darkseid is a bit of what some would call a scatterbrain. In a world where time moves a little slower and Excel sheets have yet to be invented, an unlikely hero will get his one shot at redemption to receive his most precious boxes from Middle-earth. Strap in as Darkseid, Jeff Bezos, a son, a confused fish, and some unlikely characters have the fight of their lives. This one is 50-50, definitely maybe worth missing. Zack Snyder's Justice League, 5 out of 10.
This sci-fi mystery thriller is both familiar if you've ventured into the indie science fiction realm before, but yet wholly unique to itself. Picture a close embrace. A subtle, soothing light streaks across your face. You stretch your toes against the bedsheets. Nice and tucked. You think to yourself, is that lavender? Take a deep breath and enjoy the peace of mind. Enjoy the oxygen. An impressive 8.5 out of 10, I should say.
Who we think we are, who we actually are, they're not always the same thing. You said you would do the dishes, and yet there they lie. Pathetic. The 21st century says howdy do to 14th century storytelling in a tale that just kinda goes for it. All out, unshackled by modern plot norms, and hell, why not ignore causality while we're at it? Akin to walking in a deep fog, this movie will have you saying, ooh, and leave you saying, huh. The Green Knight, 9 out of 10.
Ever wanted to feel like you suck at everything you do? Well, you're in luck, because just watch these guys, and you'll be reminded of how you can barely get out of bed. 14 Peaks. Nothing is impossible. Should we say 8 frozen burritos out of 10? That's a wrap.
I'm thinking zombies.
What?
You know, zombies. Ghouls. The undead.
Are you